He was a revolutionary soldier, a brilliant general, and a self-made emperor. From the ashes of the French Revolution to the thrones of Europe, Napoleon Bonaparte rose like a comet and crashed just as hard. This is his story in 5 minutes. Napoleon was born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, just months after France took it from Genoa. He was born into minor nobility, but not much wealth. Though an outsider, he earned a scholarship to military school in mainland France, where his Corsican accent and low birth marked him as different. But when the French Revolution erupted in 1789, tearing down the monarchy and plunging France into chaos, Napoleon's ambition found a stage. He aligned himself with revolutionary ideals, rising quickly as the old order burned. By his early 20s, he was already commanding armies. Napoleon first gained fame during the siege of Toulon in 1793, where he recaptured the port from royalist forces. Just a few years later, at 26, he led the French army of Italy and delivered stunning victories against the Austrians. His tactics were fast, aggressive, and unorthodox. By 1798, he invaded Egypt, not just for conquest, but to disrupt British trade with India. Though the military results were mixed, he returned to France a hero. The Directory, the post-revolutionary government, was weak and corrupt. Napoleon seized the moment. In 1799, with a swift coup d'état, he overthrew the government and installed himself as first consul. By 1804, he crowned himself emperor in Notre Dame Cathedral, literally taking the crown from the Pope's hands. It was the ultimate symbol. Napoleon was now above both church and republic. As emperor, Napoleon built a European empire through warfare, diplomacy, and sheer charisma. His greatest triumph came at Austerlitz in 1805, where he outmaneuvered both Russian and Austrian forces in one of the most decisive battles in modern history. But Napoleon wasn't just a general, he was a reformer. He modernized administration, promoted meritocracy, and implemented the Napoleonic Code, a legal system that's still the basis for many countries' laws today. His empire stretched from Spain to Poland, with puppet states and family members installed on thrones. Yet for all his brilliance, Napoleon's ambition was boundless, and that would become his downfall. Napoleon's control began to crack. His invasion of Spain in 1808 turned into a brutal guerrilla war that drained French resources. But the gravest mistake came in 1812, the invasion of Russia. He marched over 600,000 soldiers, his Grande Armée, into the heart of Russia. The Russians retreated, burning their cities and supplies. By the time Napoleon reached Moscow, it was empty and ablaze. He waited for surrender. It never came. Winter closed in. Food vanished. Disease and starvation spread. The retreat was a nightmare. Only a fraction of his army returned. It was the beginning of the end. As Europe united against him, Napoleon's empire collapsed. In 1814, Paris fell, and he was forced to abdicate. He was exiled to the island of Elba, but he wasn't done yet. In 1815, he escaped and returned to France. The people rallied. The king fled. For 100 days, Napoleon ruled again, but it all ended at Waterloo, where British and Prussian forces crushed him once and for all. This time, he was exiled to St. Helena, a remote island in the South Atlantic. There, he lived under constant British watch, writing memoirs and reflecting on his legacy until his death in 1821. Napoleon was a paradox, a revolutionary and a dictator, a genius and a tyrant. He changed the way Europe fought wars, governed people, and thought about leadership. His legacy lives on in civil law, in nationalism, and in the countless leaders who tried to follow his path, like de Gaulle. He proved that one person could reshape the world, but also that ambition without limits leads to ruin. Thanks for watching. If you like this deep dive into Napoleon's rise and fall, hit that like button, subscribe for more 5-minute history, and have a great day.